Welcome back to Desk Careers. I'm so excited to bring another incredible guest. Today, I'm zooming from Montreal, Canada, and we're zooming out to Australia where we meet with Hisham Bakr. Hisham is currently the founder of ATW Consultancy, but he has a really incredibly interesting education journey and, of course, his career journey. So I can't wait to jump right in. Welcome, Hisham.
Thank you very much, Maria, and welcome for this interview.
I'm so interested in the journey that you have, and I can't wait for our young people to be learning more about it. I think reading through your profile, what I am really excited about is the reality that what you study can actually take you through different pathways, and your career journey shows us just that. But before we get into what you're currently doing as a founder, I thought you could take us back to your teenage years when you were much younger, Hisham, and probably discovering the types of things that you might be interested in. Do you remember being about 15 or 16 years old?
Yes, for sure. I have been started my entrepreneurship journey very early. So I was working while I was studying at the same time while I have been in Egypt. So work is very important to enhance your skills and performance to perform any kind of job. So you have not to make any conflicts between being able and legally able to work while you are studying and working that interrupt your study. So it's a big difference. So you shouldn't work that much work that will interrupt your study, because most important to focus on your studies that will enhance your opportunity for any kind of job. I started very early as a travel tour operator in one of the biggest travel agency in Egypt. I have been there almost 10 years. Working, shifting between a tour leader and then operation manager, executive operation manager, and I have been performed. I have very big stuff. We have two cruises. One of them was the Pioneer ship on the Lake Nasser in Egypt, which links between Egypt and Nubia. Which was great, fantastic. So I was starting as a tour leader in one of the Egyptian and French travel agency in Egypt. So starting very early, it will enhance your capability to perform and to progress quickly while you are attentive listening. So attentive listening in any kind of job is very important to be into the soul of your heart while needing to improve.
So who was your role model when you were younger? I mean, for you to jump into work at such a young age, was it somebody in your circle that encouraged you, or was this something that you decided to do on your own?
It depends. It's something in your own personal characteristics. So you should be a child 2 months old could be a leader. So if you are a leader, your leadership started from while you are born. So for sure, with the experience, you will have some great models. Maybe I was a bit impacted by Nelson Mandela in South Africa about his long journey of struggle. And while he has been elected as a president, I was really appreciating the journey and the tolerance he had all the time. But once I was too early, it wasn't in my mind yet. But as I told you, if you need to be to take the ownership of your success story, you need to start very early. To make the balance between your personal life, between your study and your progress in job as well.
So here you are today, a holder of a PhD in business and in management. Was that something that you always thought you wanted to aspire for, higher education and go as high as a PhD? Or did you find that as you began your career, the idea of going back to school and studying more became more prominent for you?
Ideally, there is nothing specific, not because I am I'm almost on my final phase to hold the Doctor of Philosophy in Business and Management, that I will encourage everyone to do the same. But you can be innovative while holding a Bachelor in Science if you are interesting. So it depends on your interest and skills and your innovative ceiling. So you should focus on what you should perform very well. So I started very early in the travel industry. I have gained lots of experience. I have achieved a very high rank in 2011, while we have Arab World Spring everywhere in Egypt, in several Arab countries. I have been elected general manager for the biggest travel agency, and I have been elected one of the members of the Australian Travel Ministry in Egypt as a board of the committee of the incoming tourism to the country, which is a very challenging position. But however, you should focus on your skills. You should focus on your aims. What kind of objectives you are going to have. Furthermore, because of some kind of missing or lacking sustainability in the travel industry, I have decided further to got my Master of Business Administration from United States, from Marymount, California, to try to shift my focus from the travel industry to be much more wider. So I could be a consultant in mining, I could be a consultant in any industrial company, which I already did with some of the companies I worked for, which called Cosmopetra. It is something very, very specified in industrial for safe lifting solution. So nothing relating to the travel industry, but you should make yourself very resilient, very persistent, and very patient to achieve your goals. I have some PhD project I'm working for now. The dream and the idea started from 2008 in Egypt. We are now almost 2022, and still this project is on the mid phase to be clarified to almost everyone. It is not yet finished or accomplished, but it will be almost within 12 to 18 months. It will be a very big project and very big corporate social responsibility project that will enhance people to support in the education sector, in the health sector, in the housing sector, not only in Australia, all over the world.
Amazing. So I want to jump into the short career you had as an IAS tutor at the College for Indigenous Studies. Where did that come into your career journey? I mean, where did it fit in, and when did you decide that you wanted to teach?
I already have some good experience in training courses I have been provided to executive management in the Ministry of Education in Egypt. So I already, as a business consultant and as an expert in the business administration and management, I have provided and sharing my expertise, which is almost 25 years, with some of the institutions that will provide some training sessions for the executive management, for modern management courses, for soft skills, how to improve your leadership skills, how to manage the crisis or any issues with your team and stuff, and how to be leader. And what is the difference between a monocratic leader? What is the difference between a laissez-faire leader? And what is the difference between a democratic leader? So you should assess yourself in most of common aspects. To be a tutor, which is commonly one small part of my objective after getting my award for the Doctor of Philosophy in Business and Management very soon, it will be because I need to share my expertise and knowledge in academic career to tutor and to teach and to provide some lecture to people around the world. Not only in Australia, it could be in United Arab of Emirates, it could be in my country. Once I come back, I could be elected as most of the highest accredited professor and doctor to be shortlisted for to provide a lecture in any kind of university anywhere. So this is my aim. I don't like to be stuck in one place, not to be roaming. I need to share and contribute my knowledge around the world with some kind of scholarship and partnership with the universities all over the world, providing courses in communication, in management, how to improve your benefits at any organization. And at the same time, don't forget that there is a big role that should be in the heart of your organization or corporation, which is corporate social responsibility. And if you want to take in details about this, I can give you a hint what should be exactly.
Amazing. Okay, so watching this right now, we'll have young people thinking, I don't really know what I want to be doing. Listening to Hisham's interview, I can understand that there might be a variety of things that I could be doing. What would you suggest for a young person right now that's really unsure, is getting a lot of opinions from different people, parents, teachers, friends, but still very unsure? What are some of your tips based on your own experiences for a young person to explore and start to discover a career?
Absolutely, that's an amazing question, Maria. Thank you very much for referring to me. It is nothing relating to any one decision. We can provide advice, but we cannot obligate any person to follow our leads. So if you want to, yeah, as I told you, to be innovative, it's not necessary to be in only business and management. You can be innovative while being a very famous barber, or having a very famous coffee shop, or any place. So it's not necessary to be something in corporation, but you can have your own small business. You can be very creative. You can be very successful. Most importantly, do not laugh about your dream. Do not underestimate your goals. If you are going to feel that you are going to perform in your objective, just have some advice from people who are expert in much more experts than you. And after your attentive listening, just follow your dream. If you find it rational and logical to implement, never give up. Just be very persistent, because lots of people can spread negatively for you. And I'm a doctor, I'm a famous doctor, so everyone should be a doctor like me. Anyone else, sorry, anyone else, it is not a good position, which is completely incorrect. So everyone has to be respected. Even if you are doing a small job for housekeeping, it is a very important job. Imagine the world without having people who are cleaning after us everywhere. Imagine how will be the world. So every single job and simple job is very important around you. I was training people in leadership when I was acting as a chief executive officer at Arabian Explorer in Emirates. I was acting as a chief executive officer in Egypt, Oman, and Emirates. And in between, I was roaming between the three countries to provide some training for the general management, how to make the business development, how to include a new customer relationship management tools in our system, just to improve our business everywhere. So it is very important to put in your leadership style. Do never underestimate any one of your employees. I do have some brainstorming sessions with the junior staff, and they are really amazed about how easy it is to knock my door and to come to me and sit and talk, and we have a positive, constructive conversation all the time. Even you gain your staff loyalty, you gain your staff constructive attitude and behavior, and you gain your friendship as well with your staff. If there is anything that will stop people to progress, they will come to you and say, can I talk to you? I have something even personal. I need your advice. So it is very important to have some kind of warm environment in the job. engage and endorse your employees, and so you will progress very well with your organization.
Fantastic. I really appreciated that you said it's not just that one thing. It's really reflecting on yourself and listening to the things that you want to be doing, but also taking in some of, I think you were also saying, taking in some of that advice. When you think back to your career journey and all the things that you've accomplished, what are some of the highlights? What are some of the things that you look back on and say, I'm really proud of those experiences?
Almost each single step in my life, I'm really proud, because you never will, you never have had, I never had, sorry, 100% success in all over my life. I have struggled for sure for too many times, but you need to stand up if you fall down. You just consider yourself, you are a newborn and you are trying to walk. You will not walk from the first instance. You are going to try and you are going to fall. You are going to try again. If a newborn will get fed up or will give up from the first time, he or she will fall down. He will never be able to walk. So you need to stand up and put into your mind, strengthen your brainstorming all the time, and brain. If I will fall down, I will strengthen to stand up much more stronger. This is very important, because no one will leave you alone. You will have lots of negative people around you that will try to let you fall all the time. So never try to make a barrier between all the negative spirit around you, because you will find negative people everywhere. Just make a red line between to be communicative and to be giving your ear for listening to negative people, because listening to negative people, it is really contaminating people, and it is destructive mood to distract the whole life. But try to be polite and try to be friendship manner with anyone who is talking to you. But just when you decide and assess the situation, this is a very negative person all the time, he is putting me in a very bad mood. Try to be a bit aware that you have to go far from that person. Otherwise, he will let you fall down into the negative camping. And try as much as possible to put a goal to achieve. I will achieve this goal. That I put a goal in 2008. I need to achieve this project. Briefly, this project is I need to create a link between improving the customer relationship management in the biggest multinational corporations around the world, which is including customer satisfaction, customer loyalty, and employees volunteering for the corporate social responsibility, and at the same time employee loyalty. If you don't have an employee loyal into your organization, they will never spread a positive word of mouth about your business. And what if I will improve the customer relationship management in the biggest multinational corporations? I can touch the sky, and I can make a link with the business process outsourcing, which we call briefly in a simple manner call center environment. We do have some business process outsourcing multinational corporations all over the world that can talk almost 70 languages, reaching more than 44 countries all over the world, and they do have more than 130,000 employees. So if I'm going to merge or to link some kind of projects that I already have, that can create at least and generate $1 billion Australian dollars the first year, if I got it done, we will have a huge and immense support to the communities. Supporting the communities, it is not necessary only in education or giving charity. I'm not looking for having non-profit organization. For instance, I have created my own theory, which I will publish very soon. In the corporate social responsibility definitions, we do have 37 definitions. I have created the 38 definitions for the corporate social responsibility, which will make some kind of obligation to any biggest organization to support the communities. We need to enhance the level for education everywhere in the world. We need to eliminate people who are studying on the street lights, like India, like Egypt, like many other countries. People are very clever, very smart, but they don't have a good and clean opportunity to learn and study, although they are very successful and very smart people. We do have people who are homeless all over the world. We are not going to talk only about COVID, which is the hidden monster that everyone are scaring and we should live with. Just talk with the cancer, which is a real monster that is swallowing everyone who has and who do not have money, which is very critical. This was the main aim of my project, that I was thinking about the poor children who are dying from cancer all over the world. What if we do have a biggest project that will support some part of this, people who do not have money to have a human health treatment? We should have this in the core, and I am in progress with some very advanced and impressive arrangement with the United Nations, because I have 10 of the Sustainable Development Goals among the 17 goals from the United Nations. And it should be very, very soon having a positive interaction.
Sounds very, very interesting. And it also sounds like a call to action to young people to pay more attention to what's really going on in the world. And I appreciate the mention of access and privilege that you touched on in terms of education, and definitely something that young people should be paying more attention to is their privilege and the access and considering their communities. Thank you so much, Hisham, for being with me today and talking about your career journey, but also touching on some real topics that might inspire a young person to think about their future career. This brings us to the end of an incredible conversation with Hisham Bakr, who is the founder of ATW Consultancy. Thank you for watching, and we will see you at our next Desk Careers Digital Spotlight.